Hey everyone, it's Stu. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another episode of Game Pass Exploring. So, for those who don't know, Game Pass Exploring is all about me reviewing games on Game Pass, looking at games that give some recommendations for people who might not have Game Pass, and also for people who have got Game Pass and just unsure what to play really. So, today, what we've got for you is a nice little game called Bramble, the Mountain King. So, what this game is about is this game is a action adventure game, and it's a nice short game, and it's been developed by a studio called Dimfrost. So they're a Swedish developer, and the whole background and the whole theme of this game is all around like Norse Swedish mythology, and basically it's got some elements of so it's like scary stories when you were a kid, and basically it follows the story of this young lad who's like looking in search for his sister who's like gone missing. They've gone on some like little adventure into the unknown, to unknown fairy tale world, and he's like following her. It's one of them situations like he really looks up to his sister. She's older, and he's always like scared and like not willing, and that kind of generic story kind of situation. But yeah, what's really cool is like the whole theme to this. So when I first picked this game up, and I don't know if other people have been seeing the same thing. When if they've seen this game announced or on the dashboard. But I initially thought like, oh, this would be quite a nice light little game. Not much drama, quite cute, quite nice little animals and all that stuff. Nice little happy story. I was completely wrong, completely wrong. And actually, I liked going into the game like that because it was quite a nice little surprise actually. So what this game does is, and I'll show you guys on the gameplay in a sec. But it starts off like that. Starts off like nice and like light and fairy taley and drama free, and then the drama really starts to unfold the further you get through the game, and it gets quite dark at point. And I'll show you the differences of the game. So essentially, let's go into the game and let's have a look what it's all about. I'll just click continue. Yeah. It's got a nice little spot set up for you guys with some gameplay here. So what we've got is let that load for a second. Yeah, like I said, you follow the story of this young chap here, this blonde little geezer. So as you can see, we're in like a mythical forest, and the first thing I definitely want to point out in this game is the visuals. For such an indie game, this game looks absolutely stunning. As you can see there, coming through like the trees, you've got the shade, you've got the sun and the grass and even like the rocks, like the detail on it's absolutely brilliant. To be honest, it's really cool, and I wasn't expecting it when I first loaded into that game. I thought it'd just be quite a simplistic game, but no, there's a whole lot to it. So I'm just going to walk through here. And there's your sister, look, giving it the big in. Oh yeah, what are you doing? So you're like following her. It's quite early on in the story. You're following her through this mythical forest that you've stumbled upon together. And she's basically showing you, like, come with me, follow me, I'm awesome. She jumps on the things there, look, and the detail of the mushrooms, and it's really cool, really detailed there. So yeah, like the whole theme, like I said, it's like action adventure, and basically you follow this young lad. You can like run through the forest using like RB. Basically, it's like tutorial levels showing you how to jump over there, grab onto the ledge, Just like make your way through nicely through the levels. I was out of breath there. You have a breather for a sec, mate. Let me take over for a minute. And yeah, so you just like scroll through these level designs, scroll through all these, and make your way through different challenges. So there's a bit of puzzle aspect to this as well, which you'll see in, I think, a bit further up on the gameplay. So you've got these little challenges here, like got cross rivers and keep your balance, scroll over, and you've got to like make your way through levels. And as the story progresses, as the levels progress, like you learn more and more about what's actually going on, because you go in quite blind, to be honest. Like, you don't really, doesn't really give you much at the start about any of the story or anything. But look, like if you look at this pan out picture here, oh, cutscene, big apple. So yeah, like you've either like shrunk down or everything's really big. I think it's like shrink down. I'm not too sure, but as you can see there, she's chased after the gnome and come here, you little geezer. And then like something happens and then you follow her again, like that kind of vibe. See what's in this post box. Oh, hello. Oh, she's fuming. Sorry, look, didn't mean to wake you up. Little fairy there. And then, yeah, as you continue, you scroll through, make your way through the levels. It's really cool, a really nice little game. You can like run, jump and climb as we're going to do here. So you like climb up these like stalks. So you see these. Let's follow this little gnome into his house. Again, the detail on this. I know something's happened. You go through there. It gives you like little hints, like crouch, go through. It's really like it's like really mythical, really cool. And then this is like the puzzle aspect stuff I was talking about. Let's get you out, mate. Let me help you. It's just gotta help this little baby gnome. Little babby. Don't worry, mate, don't cry, we'll help you. And then you like you save him, he's really buzzing. Absolutely loving life. Gonna run her again. You're not learned from last time, mate. Learn your lesson, don't run off. Let me just skip that so I can carry on for you guys. And essentially, look, as you come out into the world again, you've got all like flowers, the detail, it's just top notch, really. Like I said, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Gnomes are peculiar and playful creatures. They live peacefully in daylight and keep in their houses at night. Visitors that don't want to eat them were unheard of until this day.
Someone wants to eat the gnomes. Not sure what it is yet. So, what's another thing cool, and I'm glad that came up, because there's like a narrator throughout the whole game. So between like every scene or every like B point and chapter, there's a woman narrating the story, and that adds to like the immersion of the whole like fairy tale. We're like reading a book, reading a fairy tale, and she like the narrator side of it's really cool because it does really well to, oh bless you, it does really well to give you like information about what he would be feeling and what he's thinking, like about his sister, and is he scared, is he excited, and like I said there, like gives you a bit of information about the gnomes and stuff that we just rescued. And it's a really cool concept. You don't see it that much, but usually like the characters talk to themselves, but in this scenario I think that works really well for the game, the type of game that it is as well. Really cool. Let's go see Mr. Hedgehog. Hello, mate. Oh. So like the detail there, look as well, like the hedgehog gets scared when you walk up to him. And again, you've got like the panned out screen, like the stuff at the front. I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see what I'm doing, but like the bushes at the front, like out of focus, and it's really detailed and really good looking game. And so, yeah, essentially you have to like interact with things to learn what you need to do, and there's like collectibles that tell you more about the world, and like just general collectibles as well. But that like starts giving you a nice like building up a story, and really immersive, like immerses, like really immersive. It's a really immersive way of doing it because it pulls you in and you want to find more basically. But what I'm going to do is, you might be thinking, oh well, you said it gets darker, so this is early on, and this is the nice stuff, nice, nice situations. But what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to skip out of there, and I'm going to jump forward. I'm going to show you like how the story progresses. Don't worry, I won't do any spoilers or anything like that. I'll let you guys look at that. I don't want to ruin the story for anyone. Just let us chat for 2 seconds. Let's try the swamp. That sounds pretty dark. And yeah, it's pretty cool game. And the only thing, like, some of the puzzles are a bit tedious, some of the actions are a bit tedious, but I think that all kind of gets forgotten about because the beauty of the world. We've got a new character here, so like, he's your mate. Got a little rock mate.
Lemus would always look after his only friend.
So he's helped us get to the swamp. Got a nice little mate. But like, look, if you look here now, you can see it's starting to get a bit more eerie and get a bit more darker. The whole colours change completely. The situation is just completely different. Obviously, it was a big jump because we skipped chapters, but it progressively just gets more and more like this. There's like fires and eerie rocks and carvings.
Olle felt a chill as he saw the warnings for desperate mothers carrying their infants. They pleaded with them not to carry out the unspeakable acts they had set their minds to.
So that's good there again. The narrator's like explaining this chapter. It's like he's like feeling like scared, like what's going on, and as you might have read there, is like there's really dark stuff about like mothers and sacrifice, and like it just be warned, it does get really dark and quite graphic. And but it's really cool, and then it goes back to that like scary childhood stories like come to life, but it's like what we'd probably picture it as adults. Let me just scroll through here for you guys. But there's a little bit here where I just need to get through. So this is like another puzzle section. Like jump on these like swimming things, as I mentioned earlier, climbing up the rocks again. All that like generic action, adventure-y challenges that you might need to come across. And then you've got like actions that you need to do. To, like push the beam down so you can get across, and it lets you interact with all that kind of stuff, which is quite cool. Some of it's not great, some of it's a bit tedious, like this bit ain't the most exciting. Quite dark as well. Oh yeah, to mention, you can't swim. It can't do a lot, to be honest, but there's a few times when you can be perished or basically die in the game, and some of them are quite gruesome actually. It's like got the ragdoll mechanics. For those who don't know, that's like body parts, and basically die as you would die in the real world. So there's also that aspect to it to make it a bit darker and a bit more, I won't say realistic, but just really wasn't expecting it to get like this further on. It really caught me off guard, like going into the forest here. So you've got this like woman here who's like sacrificed walk up here. I'll show you guys what I mean. So look, it's like a plain creepy goat lady that's like in the swamp, and it's like proper eerie and disgusting. I won't go any further because I think it starts going into some story. But as you could, like I said, as you can see, like completely changed like mood, and you feel that as you go through the game, and it's really good at the emergent stuff. Yeah, so summarize really, it's a really interesting game. It's only about 5 hours long, but then if you start to get them collectibles, does make it a bit probably more towards the 7. But I would recommend getting them because it gives you a lot more, get like more of the story. So just like watch out for them collectibles definitely. And basically, yeah. So really good looking game, really great little story. Like the concept's really cool, with all this like mythology stuff and the scary kid story stuff, and but some of the bad stuff, probably like some of the tedious puzzles, some of the mechanics seem fantastic, but I don't think that takes away from the game too much. This game does really well at what it's trying to do. It does really well at, which is like the story side of it and the visual side of it. So the mechanic side of stuff, like you get over pretty quickly, to be honest. I'd give this game probably a 8 out of 10 actually. I really enjoyed it, so I've finished this game now. Really enjoyed the story, really enjoyed the ending, really enjoyed the concept, and I'd recommend playing this one. It's up there as one of my favourites. It's not the best, but it's definitely in the top 10 on Game Pass so far, I'd say. So, but let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you think its story's good? What do you think about the gameplay? What do you think about the visuals as well? It's just my opinion. I'd love to hear some other opinions, some other comments, and what people think. And if you drop that in the comments, if you hit that like and subscribe to my channel as well. Oh, bless you, you had a little sneeze. And yeah, if you check out some of my other Game Pass videos that I've got on there to help you give recommendations, I hope you found this useful. And if you guys need anything, drop it in the comments. If you want to know more, let me know. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Hope you found that useful, and I hope to see you soon. Keep smiling, have fun. Speak soon, guys. Thanks.